Taylor and Iman Shumpert divorce
Yeah,
after
I
a
feel
final.
so close.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck all that. We street.
The internet exploded with shock and concern after news broke that Teyana Taylor collapsed during a dramatic confrontation between Iman Shumpert and Aaron on a film set. What was supposed to be just another day of filming turned into a full-blown crisis, with the entire production crew witnessing a deeply emotional and tense situation unravel in real time. No one expected what happened that day. The set, once buzzing with the usual behind-the-scenes chatter, suddenly turned chaotic. Iman and Aaron began arguing, and it escalated much faster than anyone could have predicted. The shouting grew louder, and the mood turned tense. Security had to step in, and someone even called the police. What had started as a personal disagreement quickly spiraled out of control in front of the cameras and the whole crew. This was especially shocking to fans who thought Teyana and Iman had parted ways quietly. Their separation, while public, seemed to be handled with mutual respect. But this incident revealed that a lot of feelings are still simmering under the surface. And when emotions overflowed, the entire situation became a very public meltdown. Witnesses say the argument between Iman and Aaron was intense. It wasn't just about something small, it seemed to involve personal matters, possibly around Teyana herself or even rumored custody issues. People standing nearby say Iman was visibly angry, raising his voice and using strong gestures. Aaron, on the other hand, tried to keep things calm, but his efforts didn't do much to stop the tension. One bystander overheard someone yell, "Don't mention her name again." That only made things worse. The mood shifted dramatically. What had been a tense exchange suddenly felt like a bomb waiting to go off. Moments later, everything reached a breaking point. Right after the heated shouting match, Teyana, who had been nearby, looked visibly shaken. Cameras caught her stepping backward, clutching her chest, and collapsing into a chair. Someone screamed, "She's fainted." Panic followed instantly. Crew members rushed to help her. Others stood in shock, unsure what to do. Security moved quickly to get emergency services on the way. Witnesses said Teyana looked pale, weak, and overwhelmed. The stress of the situation hit her hard. What started as a loud argument ended in total silence, with everyone's attention focused on her well-being. Soon after, 2 police cars arrived. At the scene, officers immediately began speaking with those involved, trying to piece together what had happened. Their main concern was Teyana's safety. Behind-the-scenes footage showed Iman walking back and forth, clearly distressed. Aaron sat off to the side, face buried in his hands. The set was shut down. Filming stopped completely. The atmosphere, once busy and upbeat, had turned cold and quiet. Fans online were stunned. Leaked clips and grainy video snippets made their way onto social media almost immediately. People watching the footage in real time described the entire thing as heartbreaking and intense. What was supposed to be private had unfolded in front of cameras, and now, the world. Reactions online were fast and varied. Twitter was flooded with questions like, "Did she collapse from stress?" TikTok users slowed the video down frame by frame, analyzing her movements. Instagram was filled with mixed reactions. Some fans sent their love and support. Others wondered whether it was ethical to film such a raw and vulnerable moment. Hashtags like #Teyana collapsed and #ImanDrama started trending. While some people criticized the film crew for letting things go too far, others felt the tension had been building for a long time, and something like this was bound to happen. The internet, as usual, turned this emotional breakdown into a massive conversation. People started taking sides. Videos showed Iman yelling and pointing directly at Aaron, clearly furious. Aaron seemed to try staying calm, holding his hands up in a peaceful gesture. Some fans believed Iman's temper caused Teyana's collapse. Others questioned whether Aaron had triggered something behind the scenes. Online communities were split, picking apart every word and movement from the incident. One thing is certain, both men played a part in raising the emotional temperature. Teyana was caught in the middle. Whether it was shouting, the topic of the argument, or something else entirely, it all contributed to her reaching a breaking point. This situation is no longer just about a disagreement. With reports confirming that Teyana's health was seriously affected, the conversation has shifted. Now, it's about emotional harm, safety, and even the possibility of legal consequences. What started as a personal conflict might become something much bigger. People are now wondering, Was this just an emotional response to overwhelming stress? Or is there an underlying medical condition that made the situation worse? The answers aren't clear yet, but the concern is real. Health experts online have even started chiming in, warning that emotional trauma can have physical consequences, especially if someone is already under a lot of pressure. Legal discussions are also picking up. Some speculate that Teyana's team could consider filing for a restraining order or even a lawsuit, depending on how things develop. Was she put in a harmful environment? Was her safety neglected during production? Could the emotional distress she experienced be considered preventable? If this all happened during a professional shoot, the production company could also come under scrutiny. Should they have stopped the argument sooner? Was there a plan in place to deal with emotional emergencies like this? These are the kinds of questions being raised now, not just by fans, but by legal experts and industry insiders. Police have confirmed that they're investigating and taking statements from everyone present. While no one has been arrested or charged yet, that doesn't mean it won't happen. If evidence shows that Teyana's collapse was caused by intimidation, harassment, or negligence, there could be serious legal consequences. And now, there's even talk that Teyana's team might release a public update about her condition. Not just to let people know how she's doing, but maybe also to raise awareness about the emotional toll of public pressure and unresolved personal issues, especially for people constantly in the spotlight. In the meantime, the internet isn't slowing down. New theories, opinions, and clips are still going viral. Some people are calling for empathy and privacy. Others are demanding accountability. And everyone is asking, what really happened that day? What began as a simple filming day has turned into a moment that could change a lot of lives, both professionally and personally. For Teyana, Iman, Aaron, and everyone else involved, this isn't just a media story, it's something much deeper, with real consequences. One thing is clear, this story is far from over. People all over the internet are buzzing with theories about what really happened to Teyana Taylor. From gossip blogs and fan pages to Reddit threads and YouTube videos, everyone is trying to piece together the truth behind the shocking incident. One of the most talked about rumors is that Teyana might be pregnant, and that the stress from the confrontation caused her to break down. This idea gained traction after fans noticed she's been wearing baggier clothes lately and seems to be moving more cautiously in public gestures some believe point to a possible pregnancy. However, Teyana hasn't said anything to confirm this. Another popular theory is that what happened wasn't a fainting spell, but an emotional collapse brought on by long-term stress. People familiar with the demands of celebrity life know how hard it can be to constantly balance personal struggles while living under a spotlight. Supporters of this theory think her collapse was the result of months, maybe even years of emotional pressure building up. Some point to past interviews where she appeared low energy or hinted at feeling drained as signs that this wasn't an isolated moment, but something deeper. Then there are those who believe the entire scene was staged. Some skeptics think the incident might have been a publicity stunt to draw attention to a new project or shift public perception. But this idea hasn't been well received. Many fans who claim to have seen behind-the-scenes footage argue that nothing about it looked fake. They point to the raw emotions, the genuine panic in Teyana's face, and how unprepared everyone around her seemed. For them, this was real and heartbreaking. There's also a theory that Aaron's presence alone may have triggered something in Teyana. Some believe that an unexpected encounter with him may have brought up intense emotions or trauma, leading to a breakdown. Whether that's true or not, it's opened up important conversations about respecting emotional boundaries, especially in public and high-stress situations. This whole event has sparked a serious discussion about mental health, particularly for celebrities. It's easy to forget that fame comes with heavy emotional weight. While fans are quick to comment on what's visible, smiles on red carpets, flawless performances, they often miss what happens behind closed doors. Now, more than ever, people are realizing that emotional well-being matters just as much as physical health. Everyone is waiting for answers. Will Teyana's team release a statement? Could Iman or Aaron face consequences for their roles in what happened? And what about the production? Will it move forward or be put on hold? Until there's an official update, fans are refreshing their feeds non-stop, digging for new footage, and tuning into gossip accounts for every little detail. One thing's clear. This isn't just a minor headline. It's a serious, emotional moment that's turned into a public reckoning about health, pressure, and the price of fame. What's your take? Was it all too much? Or is there more to the story?